When it comes to American pony cars, I'm a Ford guy at heart, so I haven't driven very many of these, although these new ones have me curious. I'm Chris from AutoAcademics, and today we're going to take a look at a 2021 Chevrolet Camaro 2SS Coupe. I'm not going to blabber on about nostalgia and how I feel about the Mustang because you can watch some of our other reviews for that. Today, it's all about the competition, the enemy if you will, the Camaro. Making a strong statement for the Bowtie camp is this 2021 Wild Cherry Tint Coat Chevrolet Camaro 2SS Coupe. Standard features include LED daytime running lights, headlamps, and tail lamps, auto-dimming power outside mirrors, capless fueling, 20-inch bright silver painted aluminum wheels wrapped in two 45/40 front and two 75/35 rear Goodyear F1 summer only run flat tires, limited slip differential, 4-piston front and rear Brembo performance brakes, extra capacity cooling system, and a sweet sounding exhaust. Inside, you'll find a heated leather-wrapped steering wheel, leather-wrapped shift knob, 8-way power driver's seat and 6-way power passenger seat, memory settings, leather-pointed seating surfaces, dual-zone climate control, power express up-down windows, heated and ventilated front seats, rear camera mirror, illuminated sill plates, interior spectrum lighting, head-up display, 8-inch diagonal multicolor driver information center, premium Bose audio system, driver mode selector, Sirius XM all access trial, OnStar services with 4G LTE hotspot, wireless charging, and keyless open and start. Safety and security features include rear park assist, lane change alert with side blind zone alert, forward collision alert, HD rear vision camera, and rear cross traffic alert. Now for the options. Our tester has the fantastic magnetic ride control suspension, power sunroof, the Chevrolet Infotainment 3 Premium with navigation package that includes 8-inch diagonal HD color touchscreen, voice recognition,
what would you like?
Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and in-vehicle apps. Wrap things up with the Wild Cherry Tint Coat paint and you get a total M.S.R.P. of $47,175. Even though this Camaro is decked out in an all-new red for 2021, I think my youngest will always refer to it as Bumblebee. No, it doesn't transform, but it does have some traits that just might transform me. As you'll see, there are quite a few things to like, but with only 9.1 cubic feet, trunk space isn't one of them. The seats do fold down though, so that's something. Likely one of the largest displacement engines we've reviewed over the past year is this 6.2-liter LT1 direct-injected V8, making 455 horsepower and 455 pound-feet of torque. A Tremec 6-speed manual transmission with active rev match sends power to the rear wheels. The driver mode selector allows you to choose from Tour to Sport to Track, and there's a slippery mode too. Purists may be let down that the automatic is faster, but this manual is no slouch with a 0 to 60 time of 4.3 seconds. That is, if you can get traction. EPA estimated fuel economy is rated at 16 miles per gallon city, 24 miles per gallon highway, with a combined rating of 19 miles per gallon. AutoAcademics saw 22.7 miles per gallon during testing on premium fuel. The back seat of these cars is never made for adults. I'm of average height, yet before today, I've never hit my head on the headliner of any other car before. It's rather comical. On a positive note, the seats are nicely cushioned, but the wireless charger takes up the space where cup holders could have been. And even that's not big enough for larger phones. Relocating to the front is a much better deal because even though sight lines are poor, it somehow feels spacious enough, even when compared to my beloved Mustang. And let me reiterate, sight lines are bad, and even worse out back, so you better learn to use your mirrors. These seats are comfy and the steering wheel feels good. Unfortunately, the Bose stereo is just adequate. The mid-range is lacking and the treble sounds tinny. The temperature controls for the AC are a little weird too, possibly because the bezels are so large. And what's with that screen? I mean, why is it angled like that? Because it doesn't help with glare. Oh yeah, one more thing. I wish it had a traditional manual parking brake. This electric one is just a little weird to use with a manual transmission. So that was a lot, but I have a feeling things are about to get better. While I expected this car to drive decent, I honestly didn't expect it to drive this decent. I mean, it's more comfortable than 2 out of the last 3 Mustangs I've driven. And a lot of that has to do with GM's magnetic ride control. If it's good enough for Caddy and Corvette, then it's definitely good enough for Camaro. Keep it set at tour, and you can cruise all day without suffering any repercussions. But if you're feeling frisky, sport or track mode is what you want. Of course this car is powerful, but it's also easy to drive. Sure, it can scare your passengers, but it won't scare you unless you're careless with the throttle. The rev matching is fantastic. And oh, that exhaust sounds great. Clutch travel is a little long for my liking, but it engages smoothly without being grabby. There's very little lean through the corners, and I haven't noticed much diving or squatting either. The Brembo brakes feel fantastic. I like the tire temp monitor, and while the tires do make a little bit of noise on the highway, the cabin, for the most part, is quiet. To wrap things up, every fan has their reason for liking the Challenger, the Mustang, or the Camaro. And I just got a better understanding of how Chevy guys and girls think. So there you have it, guys, the 2021 Chevrolet Camaro 2SS Coupe. Now that I've finally gotten my hands on a Camaro SS, I can tell you firsthand that it's legit. But don't get it twisted, I'm still a Ford guy. As always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let us know if you prefer Chevy, Dodge, Ford, or something else in the comments section below. Finally, if you haven't done so already, by all means subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss what we have coming up next. I'm Chris from AutoAcademics. Thanks for watching.